Liam, if we can start with last season, obviously disappointing.
Yeah, from our standards, a very inconsistent year, and there were some games where we didn't sell ourselves the way we should do, and very disappointing for us. But we've looked at it in the off-season and the pre-season, and there's areas what we need to fix up, and this is the time to do it. And going into this season now, we're pretty confident of where we're at.
Have you spoken about it as a group last season?
Yeah, we have definitely. I think the first week we had our time off. He brought us in for 3 days, and we had to review a lot of the games we had, especially the Wakefield game, the last game of the year, and we had a very disappointing end. So it's not the standards of our club, and we definitely have to set our standards higher.
There's a lot of young players in the squad now. Do you think the experience will have helped them?
Definitely. I think we've had young players in the squad for a number of years now. The last 2 or 3 years where players like George Williams, Ollie Gildart, they've been coming up, and they're getting a bit more experience now, and one of the older heads. So I think for these last few years that'll gain them confidence, and it'll be better for us as a team.
And how's pre-season been?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's the first one. It's the first full pre-season I've had for a while, and the same for a few other lads as well. So we're pretty pleased that we've had quite a big squad together in the off-season. It's probably going to put us in a good position going into the league.
You kick off Salford away?
Yeah, we do. I think we did the same last year, but Salford, a team for the last few years now, have been putting in place some players in their squad to make them a better team, and you've seen how they've been progressing and what they've been doing to teams over the last few years. So we know what we're up against, and it's probably about focusing on ourselves and making sure we do a job.
And quite unique this year, you'll be playing Hull in Sydney.
Yeah, so we've got the focus of the first game of the year against Salford, and then a day later it's flying to Sydney and playing against Hull, and obviously a game against Souths as well. So we're looking forward to that, but first and foremost get the Salford game done, and then a little bit of a trip away, but it's business as well.
What kind of experience will that be, playing Hull in Australia?
Yeah, it's a strange one, and I don't think it's been done in the Superleague before, but Wigan as a club, they like to be different and do things extraordinary, and it's definitely something like that, and Hull are up for the same sort of challenge, so it's going to be a really good experience, but I'm sure the players will all enjoy it.
It's an obvious question for a Wigan player, but what's the aim this season?
Yeah, look, we all want to win things, but I think the way forward after last year is to take every game as it comes and make sure we can get the most out of each game throughout the year, and if we put ourselves in a position to win the league, the Challenge Cup or the Grand Final, then so be it. But I think the main aim is to go into every game and make sure we can get the most out of it.
And what's it like to play in a Grand Final?
I've been asked this before, and for me it's the best out of the Challenge Cup and the Grand Final. For me it's probably up there with one of the best games I've ever played in, and the atmosphere and the buzz around the place is extraordinary from other things. So it's something I've missed last year, and hopefully we can get there again this year.
What would it mean if you did get there again?
Just put us back in a place where we belong, up there winning trophies, and obviously we got to the final of the Challenge Cup last year, and let ourselves down a bit losing to the better team, but we just want to be where we belong and make sure we're up there competing for trophies.
So the Wigan fans watching this, you can say you're hurting as much as them?
Oh, 100%. As much as I'm a player for the club, I'm a fan as well. So I want the best for the club, and whatever that is, we'll make sure we're doing as much as we can. And I can say hand on heart that this pre-season we've really worked hard on trying to make sure we bring the best for the club and best for the fans.